As the week comes to an end, it can only mean one thing here on Dividend Obsession. It's time for the Power 5 Stocks of the Week. The Power 5 is an idea I had to look at 5 common categories valued by us dividend investors and find the best in each of them. The categories I chose are the highest dividend yield, the longest dividend streak, the highest dividend growth rates, the best 10-year returns, and the stock trading the highest percentage off of their 52-week high. The goal of this series is to provide you with a quality list of dividend stocks and some information on each of them. If they pique your interest, you're going to be able to do your own due diligence over the weekend before deciding if this stock is right for you.
I'm listening.
But wait, there's more.
All of these stocks are going to have a dividend streak of at least 5 years, outperformance of the S&P 500 over the past 10 years, and just for Dividend Obsession subscribers, they're all going to have ex-dividend dates of next week.
Sold.
I really pride myself on having quality lists, helpful information, and simple to implement ideas. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you're subscribed with the bell rung so you don't miss an upload.
Right there.
Now, as mentioned, I like to provide quality stocks each week, but also keep it simple in the process. Here are the easy to understand filters I use to narrow down the list. I began with 144 different dividend stocks that had ex-dividend dates between August 7th and August 11th. Then I went down to 68 stocks once I required them to also have a dividend streak of 5 or more years. And finally, the list was brought down to just 21 stocks, or 14.58% of the original list, when I filtered for only the stocks that had outperformed the S&P 500 over the past 10 years. From there, I let the numbers speak for themselves, and here are the best of the best. This week's quality stock with the highest dividend yield is Civista Bancshares, stock ticker CIVB. CIVB is a quarterly payer in the financial sector, paying 64 cents per share per year, with a forward dividend yield of 3.37%. CIVB has been paying and growing that dividend over the last 12 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 9.02%. a 5-year dividend growth rate of 16.12%, and a payout ratio of 19.32%. At the time of recording, Civista Bancshares was trading 21.75% off of their 52-week high. Civista Bancshares has an ex-dividend date of August 7th with a payout date of August 22nd, and a single $10,000 investment into Civista Bancshares 10 years ago while only reinvesting the money they gave you in return would have turned into $34,410.63. This is a 13.15% year-over-year return rate, and here on the channel I like to compare that to the S&P 500, which turned into $32,599.41, which is a difference of $1,811.22 on the side of Civista Bank. This week's stock, symbolizing longevity by consistently increasing that dividend, is W.W. Grainger, stock ticker GWW. GWW is a quarterly payer in the industrial sector, paying $7.44 per share per year, with a forward dividend yield of 1.02%. GWW has been paying and growing their dividend over the last 52 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 6.82%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 6.19%, and a payout ratio of 19.22%. At the time of recording, W.W. Grainger was trading 9.89% off of their 52-week high. W.W. Grainger has an ex-dividend date of August 11th with a payout date of September 1st, and a $10,000 investment into W.W. Grainger 10 years ago while only reinvesting dividends since then would have turned into $34,047.33, which is a 13.03% year-over-year return rate, where we know the S&P turned into that $32,599.41. This is a difference of $1,447.92 over the past decade. This week's stock voted as the best boss by giving awesome raises is FS Bancorp, stock ticker FSBW. FSBW is a quarterly payer in the financial sector, paying $1 per share per year, with a forward dividend yield of 3.13%. FSBW has been paying and growing their dividend over the last 10 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 32.72%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 30.81%, and a payout ratio of just 21.18%. At the time of recording, FS Bancorp was trading 14.42% off of their 52-week high. FS Bancorp has an ex-dividend date of August 9th with a payout date of August 24th. And that $10,000 investment into FS Bancorp 10 years ago while only reinvesting the money they gave you in return would have turned into $43,302.18. This is a 15.78% year-over-year return rate compared to the S&P that turned into that $32,599 $10,599.41. This results in a difference of $10,702.77 on the side of FS Bank Corp just in the last 10 years. We're now down to the final two stocks on this week's list, the best 10-year returns and the stock trading the highest percentage off of their 52-week high. Before we get to those, if you'd take just 1 second to leave a like on this video for me, I'd appreciate that. By doing that, it helps me get my content in the recommended feed of others on YouTube and helps me grow the channel, so thank you. And if you're here from the Facebook post from the various different dividend groups that I'm part of and want to make sure you don't miss any of my content, make sure you guys are subscribed with the bell rung so you guys get notified just in case I miss a post. If you do ring the bell or already have it rung, please comment down below #BellSquad so I can thank you. But now, let's get really jealous of the shareholders of this next stock. This week's stock that'll make us all mad that we didn't invest sooner is MSCI, stock ticker MSCI. MSCI is a quarterly payer in the financial sector, paying $5.52 per share per year with a forward dividend yield of 1%. MSCI has been paying and growing their dividend over the last 9 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 24.59%, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 28.19%, and a payout ratio of 36.82%. At the time of recording, MSCI was trading 3.88% off of their 52-week high. MSCI has an ex-dividend date of August 10th with the payout date of August 31st. And make sure you're sitting down for this one. A $10,000 investment into MSCI 10 years ago while only reinvesting the money they gave you in return would have turned into $173,714.27. This is a 33.03% year-over-year return rate. We already know the S&P turned into $32,599.41 in the same time frame, which results in a difference of $141,114.86 in just the last 10 years on just one investment.
How crazy is that?
This week's stock that could be at an attractive buying price is Greene County Bank Corp, stock ticker GCBC. GCBC is a quarterly payer in the financial sector, paying 32 cents per share per year with a forward dividend yield of 0.93%. GCBC has been paying and growing their dividend over the last 10 years. They have a 3-year dividend growth rate of 8.38%. A 5-year dividend growth rate of 7.51%, and I wasn't able to find a payout ratio for this holding. At the time of recording, Greene County Bank was trading 23.15% off of their 52-week high. Greene County Bank has an ex-dividend date of August 11th with a payout date of August 31st. And a $10,000 investment into Greene County Bank 10 years ago while only reinvesting dividends since then would have turned into $69,741.45, which is a 21.43% year-over-year return rate, again compared to the S&P turning into that $32,599.41. This results in a difference of $37,142.04 on the side of Greene County Bank. Today's list featured 5 different dividend stocks that not only have dividend streaks of at least 9 years, but they've all outperformed the S&P 500 over the past 10 years and have ex-dividend dates of this coming week.
This guy is good.
Let me know down in the comments if any of these stocks piqued your interest and what it was about that stock that got you excited. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you.